Welcome, friends, to the Wisconsin Faith and Solar Initiative. We are happy to have Alice's Garden story shared here with us today from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hannah Johnson-Breimeier, she's a volunteer with Alice's Garden, and she's going to share with us their story there and their inspiration for all of us. So I'm Huda Alkaff. I'm the founder and director of Wisconsin Green Muslims and the coordinator of the Wisconsin Faith and Solar Initiative. And Alice's Garden is our neighbor. It's across the street from our shared office. So we're really delighted to listen and learn about their journey here. As I mentioned, inspiration for all of us. So Hannah, thank you very much for being with us, and please take it away.
Well, thank you so much for having us and for contributing to the project. So yeah, I'm Hannah Johnson-Breimeier. I am a gardener at Alice's Garden and a volunteer with the working group that put together the rainwater harvesting project that we're going to talk about today. Alice's Garden Urban Farm is a 2-acre community garden in the Lindsay Heights neighborhood in the city of Milwaukee. We're about 2 miles northwest of the Fiserv Forum in downtown Milwaukee. And we are located on county-owned land that once held homes that were raised for a highway project that never built. So in the absence of homes and in that giant green space, a garden was planted, and now it is a beautiful green space with a walking labyrinth, spot for farmers markets, and production gardens, and many other delightful things. So a little more about Alice's Garden. Venus Williams in the green shirt in this picture is our executive director. She is an incredible person and a Lutheran minister by trade. The garden is run by The Table, which is the spiritual community connected to the garden. It is home to about 100 plots that individuals, families, entrepreneurs, and community groups rent annually to grow their own food. The really great thing is that you can keep your same rental plot from year to year, which is what we have done. And so we're able to plant perennials and plant garlic in the fall to harvest in the spring. And so it just feels like we can really own our plot, which is an incredible feeling. In the summer, there's a full calendar of events, including labyrinth walks guided by the spiritual caretaker, family movie nights, free yoga classes, makers markets. There's a full moon ceremony every year. We celebrate the equinoxes. So there's just always something going on. A lot of outside groups like to meet at the garden, and it's just a fabulous gathering place for the city. So now we're going to talk about the rainwater harvesting system. We are really hoping that we can be a leader with this system and set an example for other, community gardens on how to steward resources from the environment. We, in the past, have relied solely on city water to water our plots, apart from the water that falls from the sky. Past water bills have totaled as much as $3,000 annually. And it's unnecessary to water crops with filtered, potable city water. So we're looking for an alternative that, again, better stewards the Earth's resources. In an average rainfall season, which we are not having this year, the system will keep hundreds of thousands of gallons of runoff out of Milwaukee's wastewater treatment system. This is especially important when we have significant rain events like we had last week, where many inches fell in a very short period of time, overwhelming the sewerage system and their ability to treat all of the water, thus mandating a release of rainwater to the watershed. So before our solar system was installed, the garden did not have power. So we would have to bring in a gas-powered generator for events, and the garden would close when the sun set. Now we get to talk about the solar system, which you can see our solar array in the pictures on this slide. So the Wisconsin Faith Environmental Justice and Solar Initiative sponsored the original solar assessment, which sized the solar system for us and helped connect us with grants and solar installers. So this was vital for us to know the correct system to build, the correct amount of money to fundraise for the system. And it has worked very well for the garden so far. Additional funding for the solar system came from the Institute for Sustainable Communities in Walnut Way, Sweetwater, Solar for Good, and a crowdfunding initiative with individuals. So more about the solar system. You can see here in the upper right-hand corner, Arch Electric installing the 4.2 kilowatt solar panel array on our pavilion. In the bottom, you can see the finished array. And then to the left, you can see the electrical panel, which includes 2 electric meters. One measures how much solar panel electricity we produce, and the other monitors how much electricity the garden uses. We are connected to the grid through We Energies. So this is one of the most exciting parts of the whole project. And that is that our solar panels are producing electricity, and we can track it on this awesome dashboard. So you can see, since we connected to the grid and had that meter installed, we have generated 3.5 megawatts of electricity, which is the equivalent of 4 years powering a 100-watt bulb. We really look forward to seeing how much electricity is produced over a year, to see how it varies depending on the season and the height of the sun. So it's an incredibly cool way to see our work in action. This is another very exciting piece of paper. Oh, I keep advancing. There we go. It is our first We Energies bill. It shows a credit. See that negative sign? So we did not owe We Energies money because we produced more electricity than we used. We earned a credit. So we're really looking forward again to seeing how that works out in the winter, because we don't really use the garden that much in the winter, and anticipate the electrical usage will be incredibly low. So we're looking forward to seeing this number just grow and grow and grow, and that credit just increase. So I included a bunch of pictures of how the electricity is used in the garden right now. So it's used by musicians. It's used by the lights in the pavilion. It's used to power the pump that is attached to the hose that they're collecting rainwater from, and many other needs for events. So it's just an incredibly wonderful asset to have at the garden. You don't realize how much you miss electricity until you have it and you can use it for all of the things. And so this project has been really wonderful in improving the garden in that way. So we just want to say thank you so much for the support. Couldn't have done it without Wisconsin Green Muslims. This system has improved the garden already and is built to last for many more years. So we're looking forward to that continued stewardship of the Earth's resources. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Hannah, for this sharing your story and Alice's Garden example here. As you mentioned, it's leading by example, and it's really at the heart of our city, and in our hearts as well, all of us. So we are very happy to contribute to this success and to the community strength. So with that, thank you very much for sharing us and sharing with us the story. And this is Wisconsin Faith and Solar. We connect with over 18 different faith traditions and spiritualities all over Wisconsin, get inspired by their stories and case studies. And I'm Huda Alkaff. I'm the founder and director of Wisconsin Green Muslims and the coordinator of the Wisconsin Faith and Solar Initiative. Thank you very much, everyone, and shine on.